And good morning.
And good morning, sorry, good evening for us. Good morning for the United States, and in the middle of the night, pretty much, I think, in Japan. So welcome. I think everybody's slowly, surely logging in. Good, I see smiling faces. Good to see smiling faces.
Oh,
Great.
Robin.
So welcome to tonight's class. All we need tonight is our maths and gravity, like Michael explained very nicely. So set yourself up, and remember, we wrote in the chat a little message for you guys. We have a free webinar on Sunday at 11 a.m. EDT, so New York time, and it's about Joe's history and all the technicality of the equipment and, you know, his vision at that time with Lolita San Miguel and Ken Endelman. So you can register to this. It is free. If you want to share it with friends, let them know about it. It's about an hour, and the idea is to get some insights on the behind the scenes of what happened at that time when Joe was around and he was creating, you know, his ingenious equipment and his method. So tune in on that. It's the website is pilatessummit.com. You have it all in the chat. So remember to register if you have not had time yet. And if you want to join us on the Pilates Summit, the registrations are now open. They've been open for about a week. And you have 3 days, 1 day of pre-conferences, which is not part of the package, 2 full days within the package of, I think we have 20 master teachers, if I'm not mistaken, that are going to take place and going to take part in this. And yeah, you have hours and hours of ongoing education and of practice hours. So tune in and let us know if you're interested. You guys who are part of the Pilates Alliance community, you get a 20% discount. So if you have not received that email, let us know so you get the code for the 20% discount, okay? So with no further means, Ton and Michael, have a wonderful class, everybody. We go back to Arizona. Bye, everybody.
That sounds so like Eurovision. Yeah, back to Arizona. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope you are doing well. Evening. Or good evening. I still hope you're doing well. So today, Matt. Yes. So, no props. No props. Do what you can do. Don't do what you don't want to do, or that your body is not happy doing. It's a good way to do it. I know. So there we are. We are going to start standing. Yes, we are. So get up, everybody. There we are. Some of you are a little slow. Here we are. So we are going to start with some of Joe's original standing exercises. So you're going to start in your Pilates stance or your military stance, depending on how you look at it. And just take a nice couple of breaths, making sure you have your feet evenly on the floor. Then take a big breath in as the arms come up. Lifting, allowing the shoulders to come up, put one hand on top of the other, and then unlock your elbows as you press it down, and then stretch the arms out, and then relax the head as the arms come back down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, pull the shoulders down. Inhale, open the arm, keeping the shoulders where they are. Exhale, relax. Let's do it a couple more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, connect. Inhale, open, and then relax. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it down. And inhale. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, pull the shoulders. Inhale, open the arms, and then bring the arms back down. So then we're going to go into the chest lift. Michael will show the back view. Here we go. We're going to inhale, lift the arms open to the sides. Exhale, bring the arms behind you and press them down to lift your chest. Inhale, open the arms back up. Exhale, relax the arms back down, relaxing the head as well. Inhale and bring the arms behind you. Exhale, press Inhale, lift. Exhale, relax the neck. Inhale up and bring it back. Exhale, press it down and lift the sternum. Inhale up. Watch out in the back. We don't have the dead head hanging. Dead head hanging. And arms behind you and lift the chest. Arms go to the side and then relax. So just bring your legs to a parallel position. And then starting with the head, we're just going to slowly roll ourselves down. Think of the elongation of the neck, lifting the head up. And we're going to roll down. And then we're going to not put our hands on the floor. We're going to slightly hang above the floor, hanging in mid-air. Then bend your knees, place your hands on the floor, and then come onto your hands and your knees for our cat stretch. So in the cat stretch, what I want you to think of is not using your back, okay? So not pushing your ribs up and down. We're going to think of our head and pelvis. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our head and pelvis towards each other. And as a reaction, the spine will go into a rounded position. Now think of moving the sternum forward, and that will create the extension. So just think head and pelvis to curl in, bringing those 2 points towards each other. And then think of the sternum coming forward, sits bones reaching out to create that extension. So the spine is a reaction to the movement of other parts. The head and pelvis come towards each other, and then the sternum reaches out. We have it one more time. So think of the head and pelvis curling in, and then think of the sternum reaching forward to find that extension. Move your body into a neutral spine. Then bring the knees together. So now your knees are together and your feet are together. Lift your feet off the floor. This is going to be your tail. So we just are going to be little happy dogs as we shift the legs, feet to one end and then to the other end. And go from side to side. Both legs at the same time. Yep, you have one big fat tail. There we go. And let that just move through the spine, making sure that we're not arching. Now, it all depends on how happy you are in regards to how fast you go. So if you are very happy, you can go a little faster. If you are medium happy today, you can go a little bit slower. But I would suggest to make yourself very, very happy. If you're happy and you know it, wag your tail. If you're happy and you know it, wag your tail. If you're happy and you know it, then your tail will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, wag your tail. And there you have it. Sometimes you just have to sing. So from here, we are going into our 100. Arms are in front. Legs are bent. Just roll yourself down and reach back. Then roll yourself back up. Just articulating through that spine. Rolling through and roll back up. This time you're going to roll down, but you're going to keep your shoulders off the floor. So you're going to roll it down, and we are going to stay here. Then place your hands behind your head. Bring your legs into a tabletop. Stay off the floor. Lift your feet up, or your legs up. Flex your feet. Right leg goes down and up 3 times. Going down, up 1. Down, up 2. Down, up 3. Change legs. down and 1. There you go. Down and 2, and down, up 3. Right leg goes down and stays there. Left leg goes down and stays there. Both arms go forward. And your 100. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. There we go. Inhale and exhale. And inhale. There we go. Keep bringing your lower back into the mat. If that is too hard, lift the legs up a little bit. That is all fine. And breathe in. Michael is really trying hard to keep me on track with my counting and my breathing. And it's not really working, partly because I'm just ignoring him. Exhale. Now, if anybody has counted, this would be a good time to let me know where we are. There we go. We're not at 90. We're not at 100. I am going to say this is going to be our last set. Michael has given up. And then relax. There we go. We are going to do the roll-up. So stretch your legs out. Bring the arms over your head. And have a nice stretch. In this position, make sure the ribs stay relaxed and down. Arms go up, look through the window of your arms, roll yourself up and have a nice little stretch. Then roll yourself back down. Remember last week, if you were here, we had the towel in between our hands. So see if you can make that same connection of the shoulders and not having the shoulders relax down, but still think of slightly pulling something open. As we go, it will keep the shoulders more active, and that will help you in your roll-up. Arms go up, head looks through the window of the arms as you roll all the way through. Roll yourself back down, articulating through the spine, and then reach long. 2 more times. Arms go up, head goes up. Exhale when you stretch over. Then roll yourself down, articulating, keep going through your spine. Just let me have a little look-see. Arms goes up, head up, make it really smooth. Exhale as you are rolling down. That will help in the roll up. Then roll yourself down, and once you're down, just stay there. Bring both legs up and cross your ankles. So your knees are not bent, but they're also not straight. They're sort of in between. Place your hands behind your head, but keep your head on the floor. You're going to give your head a little pull so that it becomes a little impulse of lengthening the back of the brains. Remember how we use that? And then just relax. So give it a little stretch. And then release. One more time. Give it a little stretch in the back. And then relax. Now, at the same time, we're going to curl the pelvis slightly off the floor. So here we go. We lengthen and we have a little reverse curl. And then relax. It's very, very small. And curl. And release. And curl up. Use your exhale to do that. Lengthen the neck, lengthen the pelvis. And release. Now, let's change legs. And maybe it's easier on this side. Here we go. Curling long and lift the pelvis slightly off the floor. And then relax it down. And lengthen and lift. And release. Lengthen, lift, and release. 2 more times. Lengthen and lift. Yeah, don't try not to swing your legs over. Keep your legs as still as possible. So just the pelvis comes up and then relax. Bend both knees in. Give yourself a little stretch. Then let the left leg go down and lift the right leg up and give it a stretch towards you. Good. So now, The bottom leg, we're going to open it up to decide the width of your mat. So the leg is not straight underneath you. Just open that leg up to the side so it's on the angle, right on the edge of your mat. Flex that foot as if you're standing on it, and then bring the arms down. We're going to do the leg circles in this position, keeping the hip still. Crossing the leg over. Bring it towards that foot. Bring it around and back up. Cross it over. Bring it down to the foot and back up. There you go. Now, watch out for that neck. We are still lengthening the back of our brains. 3. Cross around and 4. Cross around and 5. We're going to go the other direction. Open, cross up 1. Open, cross over the bottom leg to lift it up 2. And around and up 3. And around and up 4. One more time. 5 around and up. Then bring that leg down. Bend the other leg in and give it a stretch towards you. Give it a nice little stretch. Adjust the bottom leg. So the bottom leg opens up and find the outside, whoops, where is it? The outside of your mat. Flex the foot at the bottom, bring the arms down. Crossing the leg over, bring it down to meet the other foot so it circles around and comes back up. And 2 around and up. 3 around, keep reaching long through that bottom leg. 4 around. Up, one more time. 5 around, let's reverse the circle, go the other way. Open, down, around, up 1. Open, down, around, up 2. After 2, cup number 3. And then it is number 4. And the last time it is number 5. Bend the knee in, give it a stretch. Bend both knees in, voila. And bring your head up and then start your little rocking motion. And that rocking motion lifts you all the way up. Holding on to the ankles. Watch out if you have enough mat behind you for rolling like a ball. So the smaller the ball, the harder it's going to be. Here we go. Rolling back and up. Think of the sits bones moving up and down. So it's an up and down motion, not a back and forward motion. We have 2 more times. One more time, back and up. Find your balance.
And hold that balance. That looked pretty good, I must say. So you're going to slide back so you're sort of in the middle of your mat if you're on a mat. From there, you're just going to grab the backs of your legs, open the elbows out. Think of curling your coccyx under to roll yourself down for the series of 5. Yay! So from there, single leg stretch. Bring one leg in, grab onto it, lift those elbows out to the sides, bring the other leg up to the level that you want it, and just a single squeeze today, just in and change, in and in and in and 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, last time, 6, 6. Bring both legs in for the double leg. Stretch the legs out long, leaving the hands above. Bring the arms up. Arms open to the sides and circle, and you close your legs. Stretch it out. Arms up. Open the arms to the side, circle around and close. Stretch out. Arms up. Circle around and close. Stretch out. Arms up. Circle around and close. Last one for perfection. Stretch. Open and close. And bring your head down for a little break. That was pretty good. So from there, stretch the right leg or left leg up. I don't care. Flex the foot so you're stretching long through that foot. Stretch the other foot. Flex the other foot. Send it out. Walk up the leg for single leg straight and just hold it there for a stretch. And then change and hold it for a stretch. Hold it for a stretch. Keep those elbows lifting open to the side. Good. 3, 3, 2 more sets. 4, 4, 5, 5. Bend your legs in and stretch and bring your head down for a little break. Bring your hands behind your head at the base of your skull, around the occipital ridge. From there, elbows long, open to the sides. Feet are flexed. You're going to lift the head up, thinking of lifting the back of the brains like Tone talked about. Stretch the feet straight up, the double leg variation. We're going to lower one leg down, other leg down, and legs up. So you go down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Now let's change it. 2 down, up 1, up 1. 2 down, up 1, up 1. 2 down, up 1, 1. 2 down, up 1, up 1, and relax. Then place your feet flat on the floor. Keep your hands right behind you. You're going to bring the opposite elbow to the opposite knee and lift them both off at the same time. And just try to reach to touch. And bring it down. Keep lifting the back of the brain so you keep that elongated spine. And bring it down. One more time. Lift. Good. And bring it down. Last time. And bring it down. Now bring both legs to a tabletop position. From there, lift your upper body up. And from here, just crisscross. 1 and 1 and 2. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Last time. And relax. Oh, fun's beginning. From there, bring your legs in. Stretch your legs out. Bring your arms up as if you're holding handlebars. Lift your head up. Bring your legs about 45 degrees. And then start pedaling your bicycle. Just while lying down, and you pedal up the hill, you pedal down the hill. You're pedaling up, you're pedaling down, you're pedaling up. For Tone says 2 more times, up and down. He's Dutch, they like bike riding. Good, and hold it up there, you're bicycling, and relax. Spine stretch forward. I'm gonna just cheat my angle here so a bit, so everything can be seen. You're gonna start Joe's way. So sit with your legs comfortable. Think of elongating your spine. Sits bones are going down. Pubic bone is coming up towards your sternum. Lift the back of the brains. Place your fingertips down. Feet can be flexed, pointed. I don't care. From there, take a deep breath in. On the exhale, slide the hands out along the floor. And inhale, roll back up to sitting. Slide it out. And slide it in. One more time. Just stretch. Enjoy the release. And slide it back up. Now you're going to take one hand and cross it in front of the other. The hands will be crossed. Same thing. Slide it out. Now, once you're out there, we're going to add a little rotation. You're going to think of the hand that's on top, sliding forward, and you're going to lift and look towards that foot. Lifting the collarbone, slide it back in. Other side. As you rotate, think of lifting your collarbone. Good. And slide it back in. Change hands. Slide yourself out. Again, we start with the top hand. It rotates. Good. Towards the foot. And then try the other hand, rotating. Just sliding it in and out and come back in. We're going to do it once more. So put the other hand, the hand that was in front first. This time we'll slide out, starting again with the top hand. We'll simultaneously just rotate, 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 rotate. Think, especially in this one, of really lifting that collarbone up and forward. Good. And slide yourself in. Change hands so the other hand's in front. Slide out so you're just there. And make sure then, starting with your top hand, so just rotate. So it's almost like you're running through the desert here in Arizona, except for it's too hot. Good. And slide yourself back in and come up sitting. Then I'm just going to adjust my position. You guys just stay where you're at. You finish the spine stretch forward. From there, grab the insides of your thighs, curl your coccyx back, drag your feet in. Grab your legs for the open leg rocker, either by your ankles, underneath your thighs. We don't judge, and you just come up and you hold the position. And just hold it. Now, since this is a multi-level class, if this is sufficient for you today, just sit here and hold. But for those of us that want a little more action, we roll back and up. So you think of lifting your sits bones and drop the sits bones and lift and drop. Remember, Tone said it's a lift and a drop, not a back and a front. Good. Think of lift those sits bones up and drop them down to come up. So it's a lift and a drop. Good. One more time, a lift and a drop. And then hold that position, even if you're holding underneath your thighs, which is totally fine. Just bend the knees and stretch yourself out. From there, with legs straight, just want you to think of feathering down onto your back. So you just take the time to work those obliques, either good morning or good evening obliques, and roll yourself down. Then we're going to do the tick-tock into the corkscrew. Pretty simple variation though. So you're going to draw your legs in. From there, you're going to bring your hands out to the sides, and you're going to lift your palms up so they're aiming towards your feet. And now what you want to do is reach so much out with the arms that you think of lifting your little finger, almost comes off the mat. This will help anchor those shoulder blades. So from here, lift the right pelvic half up, and that starts the action to take the legs over. And then come back into the center. Then lift your left pelvic half up, and that takes the action to bring the legs over. Keep reaching with those arms. One more time to each side. Lift the pelvic up and bring the legs over. Keep lifting the backs of those brains. I don't want to see the head tilting on the mat. Lift that pelvic half over. Keep reaching long, almost trying to lift off those little fingers and bring it back. Adding on into the corkscrew. So we'll go over about 45 degrees with the tick-tock. Stretch the legs out long. Lower the legs down, lowering your pelvis to the mat. Then the other pelvis half comes off. You keep reaching. Bend the knees in, reaching with those little fingers, and come back center. Other side, so we go to the side. We stretch it out. Keep reaching with those little fingers. Reach. You go down as low as you can to the other side. Reaching with those little fingers. Bend the knees in. And relax. Relax your arms. Bring your legs in. And just a little stretch. And stretching time is over. From there, stretch your legs up. Stretch the arms up so they're up, up. Think of elongating the back of your brains. Let the leverage of your legs pull you up. Oh, that was graceful. Into a teaser position. From there, you open your legs and sit down for the saw. Now, sit facing front. We're going to do the saw a little bit different, so just so the side camera can see it too. Arms are going to be long. From here, you're going to start with that spinal elongation, but you're going to have your head look at the hand, the direction you're going to go. Then you follow that hand as you rotate. Once you are there, you change the head to the foot, bring the other arm towards the foot, keeping your back straight so there is not much rounding. Think lifting the back of the brain and just pulse, pulse, pulse. Come back to the center. Look to the other hand. Follow that hand all the way to the back. Then change the head to the foot, keeping the back straight. Keep pushing down in that opposite sits bone and just reach, reach, reach. Come back center. Look at the hand. Follow that hand. Keep lifting the back of your brains. Change your gaze to your foot. Reach. And then long back. Keep lifting the back of the brains. Opposite sits bone is pushing down. And you come back up. Guess I lost my words there. And look at the hand. Follow the hand into the rotation. From there, bring the head to the foot. Bring the hand towards the foot. And just keep it long and stretch. Stretch, stretch. Bring the arm back up. Bring the legs together by just shake, 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 shake. And we're shaking, we're shaking, we're shaking, and we're shook out.
No more shaking. We're going to go on to the Sphinx position. Here we go. For the single leg kick. Zo de la. You're going to be on your elbows. You're going to make fists with your hands and create a little triangle with your arms. So your fists are together or towards each other. Your elbows are open. There are two things you're going to do with your arms. You're going to push them down into the floor, and then you think of pulling them apart, even though they're staying together. So the action is down and open. There we go. So the arms are super, super duper active. So double kick, right leg goes in, or your left leg, don't care. We go kick, kick, change, kick, kick. In, 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 in. Keep those arms active. Push and pull. Now, here we go, changing it. The first little kick is with the flex foot. The second kick is with a pointed foot. Oops. So we're going to go slow and figure this out. So we go flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. In, 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 and relax. There we go. Both hands go behind your back. We're going to do a variation of the double leg kick from Carola Trier. So we feet are flexed. We have 3 easy kicks, both legs together. Flex your feet. Kicking 1, 2, 3. Stretch everything out at the same time, and everything comes off the floor. Change your head to the other side. Bend your knees in. Kick 1, kick 2, kick 3. Stretch it out and lift it up. Other side. Kicking in. 2, 3. It's like a Viennese waltz. And 1, 2, 3, and up, up, up. Stay there. Bring the arms to the front. Reach long with the little fingers. Make sure your neck is long. The back of the brains are lifted. and then relax everything down. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, push yourself back into a child's pose. Reaching long and relax. Ah, that feels good. Then we go into a flat back position and we go into a hip hinge. So the neck is staying long, the pelvis is staying long, and then we just massage the hips by going back and forward, making sure that we do not curl the pelvis. So only go as far back as you can maintain the neutral pelvis. If you go too far, the pelvis will start to curl under. We don't want that, right? So we all have our own range of motion, and that is the range of motion you are going to be working with. Work with what you have, not with what you would like to have. And then we relax. We are going into our neck pulls. And for the neck pull, we're going to do a version of Joe. And if you know the neck pull, it is not a version where we sit up. We stay rounded the whole time, okay? Just so you know, be prepared. Hands go behind your head. The feet are flexed and hip width apart. You bring the elbows in and roll up all the way. Elbows in, roll up. Disappear between your legs. Then roll back down right away. And once you're down, the elbows open. Elbows go in, exhale to roll all the way forward. Roll yourself all the way back. And then open back up. Head comes in, lengthen the spine, curl yourself in towards you, roll through the spine to come back down, elbows open at the end. 2 more times. Elbows in, exhale as you go forward. There you go, you got it. Roll back down right away. Elbows open 1 more time. Here we go. Elbows come in. Exhale to roll forward. Roll yourself back down. And then relax. Roll yourself up to sitting for our spine twist. Here we go. The legs are flexed, the feet are straight and together. Arms open to the side. Think of elongation in the spine. Sit up nice and tall. Just rotate any old way will do. And we rotate all the way to the side and then come back to the center. Exhale, go the other way. Rotate, 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 and come back to the center. Here, 1 more time. Rotate all the way around. Come back to the center. Go the other way. Rotate. Now, go back to the first side, and we're going to stay there. So rotate and stay here. There we go. Now, this is going to be important. So the head is going to stay still. We're just going to move our eyes. Okay? So move your head all the way to the back, and just the eyes move. And the eyes go 1 and left, right and left, right and left, right. This is weird. I know. Just keep going. Right and left, right. Step to the left, twist more. Whoa! Witchcraft. Here we go. We go to the other side. Rotate as far as you can. Stay there. And now just the eyes. Look and look, look and look, look and look, 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 look. Stop, rotate more. And then come back to the center. Isn't that cool? I love that one. Anyway, even if you didn't like it, I did. So there we are. Side kicks. We are going to lie down on our side. Line yourself up with the back. The elbow is going to be underneath you. The legs are going to be slightly in front of you. So the spine is long and then the feet are slightly forward. With this arm, don't hang on the beach. We're going to push down this elbow into the floor and pull it in towards us. So push down and pull in. Then lift the top leg up. We have 2 kicks to the front. Front, front, and reach back, back. Forward, forward, back and back. 3, 3. Reach long. 4, 4. Watch out if you don't push with your head too much into the hand because you'll literally become a pain in the neck. One more time. Front, front, back, back, and have the legs together. Turn the top leg out and bring it up. Bring it up and reach long and down. And lift, reach long and down. And 3, I think this is, and reach long. And 4, like I said, Michael has given up with counting. And 5, one more time. And 6, leave it there, tiny little circles. Circle 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9. Reverse. Thank you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Let's do a hot potato. Here we go. 4 little beats in front, going 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift it up, bring it behind you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 taps. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Single. Down, up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and relax. Here we go. So we are going to bend our top leg. We're going to move this shoulder forward. We're going to move this arm around this bottom leg. So we're kind of like hooking ourselves in. Okay? This arm is going to go up and we are going to relax. Keep bringing this knee towards you. We're going to lift our upper body up and now keep the relationship between the shoulder and the arm as we slowly rotate ourselves backwards. Keep pulling on that knee. Then bring yourself, lift the head up, lengthening the back of the brains, and then slowly bring yourself back to your side position. So keep that leg and now exhale as you roll yourself backwards, keeping that knee close to you as far as you can. Then lift the back of the brains up, bring yourself forward and bring it all the way back to the front 2 more times. And lengthen the back of the brains out, reaching all the way back. Exhale. Then lengthen the back of the brains, bring yourself all the way forward, reaching through, and then relax. So let us gracefully move over to the other side. And then we're starting with the side kicks. So elbow is here, legs are in front. Remember, the neck is relaxed. It's all in this elbow. Pressing the elbow down and pulling it in towards you. Lift that leg up, we're kicking it to the front. Front, front, reach back. Double kick, back, back. Make it as big as you can. Kick, kick, reach back. Front, front, reach back. Front, front. One more time. Front, front. Back, back, legs together. Turn that leg out. Bring the leg straight up. 4, 1. Reaching out. And 2. Each time the leg comes down, see if you can make it a little longer. 3. Make it stretch it out. And 4. Make yourself 2 centimeters longer. And reach. Reaching long. One more time, up. Tiny, tiny circles. Here we go. Circle 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9. Reverse. And 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. So now we're going to the hot potato. Remember, it is a hot potato. We are not mashing our potatoes. We are not stomping down. It is hot and hot and hot and hot, right? So the accent is up, the accent is not down. Impress me. Here we go, 4 times. And go. Take 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Wow. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Up. 3. Hot. 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 2. Hot. Hot. Single down, up. Touch up. Touch up. Touch up. Touch up. And relax. See, it's much more exciting when you do it that way. The bottom, the top, let me rephrase that. The top leg bends. The shoulder goes forward. Then we're hooking that arm in. The top arm comes up, our head stays up. So now we're slowly going to rotate ourselves backwards. Wah, 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 wah. The back of the head lengthens up, and we bring ourselves forward, 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 forward. And rotate all the way back, keeping that back of the brain as long as you can. Then lift the head up, rotate yourself all the way back. We have 2 more to go. And reach, exhale, and then up. Bring it forward. And then one more time, reaching it back. Bring it up. Then roll over to your back. The legs are hip width apart, keeping it there. Just roll up into a shoulder bridge. Curling yourself up, pressing those knees forward. Lengthen the hips, soften your throat, and go, ah. Let's go again. Roll it up, pressing the knees forward, lengthen those hips, and go, ah. Even though I cannot hear you, I know whether you're ahing or not. Rolling up, because I am that good. And exhale. Ah. Bend your knees in and give yourself a little stretch.
Now that you're all relaxed, because I heard you moaning too. You're not the only one that's special, Tone. So from here, we're going to do the teasers. So I saw those looks. We're going to start sitting and we're going to do Joe's. Joe's is fun. Okay. So from here, just sitting up tall, think of lifting the whole back of your brains. From there, hands start flat on the ground. Legs are just loosely pointed. Legs are parallel. I mean, legs are loosely pointed. Feet are loosely pointed. Legs are parallel. It's contagious, Tone. From here, curling the coccyx under, you're going to slide the hands forward as you just roll it down. As you lift the hands, reach long for the feet. You are now sort of at this 45-degree angle. From here, you just lift up. It'll be easier for you. You won't bend your legs because you're not talking. You hold this position, then you roll just the upper body down and up. And roll it down and up. At least you don't have to talk. Hold it there. Hold. You lift those legs a little higher. hold it parallel. We could just hold this forever and talk, correct? And relax everything down. From there, just swing your legs around. You're gonna come lying down. We're gonna do swimming. We're gonna do Joe's. So you're gonna start with your face down. Make sure your head is elongated. Think of that pubic bone pulling up toward your sternum. Palms start down. First thing you're gonna do is lift your arms up to the ceiling as if you were doing the chest expansion. From there, you're gonna lift the legs and the head, still keeping it long. Then circle the arms to the front, turn the palms together, think of lifting those little fingers and start to swim. And we're swimming, we're swimming, we're swimming. Keep that pubic bone pulling up, keep lifting the back of your brains, keep lifting those little fingers up towards the ceiling. And relax. Then place your hands by your shoulders, sit back in child's pose. And just take a deep breath in here. On the exhale, just try and relax your chest down to your thighs. And just take a couple deep breaths. It's easier to breathe into your back in this position. And then slowly bring yourself up. And we're going to take the leg pull position. Yay! So from there, you're going to stretch out into a plank position. Hold that plank. In that position, think of pulling your hands apart, trying to rip that mat apart. From there, you're just going to start with one leg and lift it up and down. I don't care if the foot points, flexes, or somewhere in between. For one last set. Hold that plank. Try and rip your mat apart and then gently relax down. What we're going to now do is a side bend on the elbow. So you're going to be on your hip, sitting on your hip. Your knee and your shoulder or your elbow are going to be pretty much in line. From there, all you're going to do is press that forearm down into the mat, bring your hips forward, and come up into the side bend, and then relax everything down. So push into that forearm, push your hips forward. Think of elongating that head. So you're in that sort of side bend on the elbow, side plank. Relax it down. I think you got one more in you. From there, into the forearm, bring the hips forward, bring that pubic bone up towards your sternum and relax. And just swing around to the other side. So you want to make sure when you're sitting, knees and shoulder are pretty much in line. From there, push that forearm down, and what you're going to think of is bringing those hips forward. And just holding it. I don't care what you do with your top hand. And then slowly lower everything down. You sit back. So think of pushing down. What I find, push down into that knee that's on the floor to lift the hips. And that generally helps. One last time. Push down into that knee. Lift your hips up and forward. Good. Holding it there. And then slowly relax everything down. Then, what we're going to do is come to the front edge of the mat. You're going to reach between for the seal. And let's do Joe's today. So we're going to think of lifting the sits bones up, drop them down, come up and hold, and clap, clap. So it's a lift and a drop, clap, clap, and a lift and a drop, clap, clap. Whoops. Clap, clap, lift and a drop, and come up and hold it. Clap, clap, one more time. Lift and a drop. Good. Hold that balance position. Hold it. From there, just cross your knees if your knees are healthy. Otherwise, just come to a quadruped position. You can bring your palms of your hands slightly in. I'll face front so you can see. So from here, We're going to do a little bit of rotation. Now, as we do the rotation, think of dividing your ribs in two parts. Top ribs follow the head, bottom ribs follow the pelvis, whichever way they're rotating or to stabilize. So hands slightly in. From here, you're going to bend your right elbow and you're going to look and rotate to your left. Top ribs are following the head. Bottom ribs are helping keep that opposite hip from the way you're rotating back and come back center. Then allow the left to bend and rotate. Top ribs following that head. Bottom ribs helps keep the hip back and come back center. And again, bend the elbow and rotate. You try to keep the other arm straight. It's not going to happen though, totally, for most people. One more time to the other side. And then slowly come back. Then let's increase it. So take your left hand off and you're going to just place it in front of you. And what you're going to do is slide it along the floor as you rotate, allowing those top ribs, remember, to follow in the rotation of the head. Bottom ribs are going this way to help keep that hip back. And then slowly come back up. Other side, so we just stretch. Good. And then just come back. Then what we're going to do is just rock back, slowly roll yourself up, straightening your legs when it's possible for you. And we're going to go to the back edge of your mat for push-ups. Yay! So arms start long. From here, you just slowly lifting the back of your brains, allowing your arms to roll down. Roll yourself down without leaning back. Bring your hands to the mat. Walk yourself out onto the mat. Push-up position so you can change to parallel. Think of ripping that mat apart. Now think of trying to bring your nose way in front of you and up. So it's almost going front. Elbows are going back. Bring your nose forward. Keep lifting the back of the brains to keep that spine elongated. And I think this is number 5. Hold that plank, rip it apart, lift the back of the brains, pull the pubic bone up so you're just holding that. Then slowly walk back. If you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. Then slowly rolling yourself up to standing. Ta-da! And then let's walk over for Joe's arm circles. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to have Tone come in so you can see the side view, the perfection of the side view. So from here, starting either in a Pilates stance or your legs just slightly apart. What I'm concerned with is the length. Start by really elongating the back of your brains. Sits bones drop down. Pubic bone is pulling up. Slowly start to roll down. Once your hands and your body are as far as they can go, send your sits bones back and come into a tabletop position so it's a flat back. Then slowly bring yourself up. Turn your palms out. From there, making sure your sits bones are dropping down, pubic bone pulling up, lift the back of your brains and go into an arc. And then allow your arms to circle down. Now we'll take it a little bit quicker because it's easier and it flows. You roll it down. Stretch the arms out long to the tabletop. Come up. Turn the palms out into a nice big arc. Circle the arms down and around. And come back to standing. Roll it down. Stretch it out, sending the sits bones back. Drop the sits bones down. Pubic bone comes up. Lift the back of your brain as you're circling around. Let's reverse it. Bring the palms of the hands straight forward. Bring the arms back past the hips. Drop the sits bones down. You're going into that arc. Arms come long above your head. Going down into a tabletop flat position and then release. And roll it up. Arms come forward. Reach palms up. Reach back. Circle around to that arc. From the arc, you go into tabletop. And then slowly roll it down and roll it up. Last time, palms forward. Stretch it back. Reach. Long. Tabletop. Relax. And roll it up. And just stand. Do a body inventory. Hopefully you feel better. Elongate, lift the back of the brains. Sits bones are down. And that exercise we just did is one of our favorite Joe archival standing exercises. So thanks for joining us. Thanks, Eva. Thanks, Cello. Don't forget to check out the convention. Did I miss anything? Nope. And it was you against gravity. Yes, we did it.
See you next week.
Thank you so much.
Bye, bye,
Thanks.
bye, bye, bye.
Everybody, don't forget to register. It's free. Bye. See you next week.
Bye. Thank you.